All right, class. We are going to go ahead and go with recording the information for the anecdotal records assignment. So what I will do is share my screen. Mm. All right, so this is the anecdotal recording and running records assignment. You can go to a site to observe a student, or you can use the videos that are provided here. You only have to use one video. There's just a lot of choices of videos to use, but you're just on the hook for one video. So I had a question about that. Let's see, but going through the assignment, um, now this is a template, and please do not use this as the assignment. It will definitely come up on Turnitin as being plagiarized, and you definitely do not want to do that. And just to kind of give you a heads up of how I handle that with assignments, whatever the similarity is, I usually use the percentage of similarity and take that as points off of the that percentage of points from your grade. So if it usually with assignments, if it goes over about 30 to 35% and up, I start docking points from that. So you definitely want to do it in your own voice, in your own words. You don't want to use any information that's already used. So just to be clear on that, with this assignment and any other assignment as well. Usually I like to have um aspects from the textbook in for APA citation to kind of back up what you're saying. But for this one with being our first assignment, you can use that if you want. And I would say to do that in the future, but it won't be required for this assignment. I'll give you guys kind of a break on that. So going through it, the assignment itself, um so your basic the basics of the assignment is to observe and then take notes from it and fill the information in. You're going from every developmental domain, from the physical, um social emotional development, and you're going to take notes by for the most part what you see. And this is where the textbook comes in to get information of what's expected of you to observe. Let's see, moving down. And you're taking a snapshot from what you see. So with the videos, well, you know what? Hold on one sec. Let me go out of it real quick, guys, to take a look at hmm, let's see. Let's pause the recording. All right, let us go to, gosh, all of a sudden I don't know how to use Zoom. Mm-mm. Share, 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 start share. There we go. All right, going on here. Okay, guys, let's take a look at the videos and we'll pick the best one. You know what? Let's do this. I mean, we haven't done a class style meeting this semester, so we'll take a vote with everybody that's in, say which ones they think that's the best, and we'll discuss on the other side. All right, really quick. Sorry to do the stop in the commentary. Now, first thing you got to figure out is which one of the three kids you want to observe. It doesn't always have to be the most verbal child. You're basically looking for the child that actually whichever one you choose, which does the more action that could be commentated on. All right, continuing.
John Avery. Heart. Oh, it's a pretty heart.
Don't observe on the dog. Sorry, bad joke.
So, what's up? Right? See how is that it goes up. It ends up. I just
And real quick, sometimes it when you're observing, it's almost like watching paint dry sometimes. I think just in general, like I've done observations at for behavior companies as a behavior therapist, and it's almost like you get more data when there's aggression or other stuff going on, but when there's just the basics of activities being done, sometimes it's kind of like watching paint dry, and um you just kind of dictate what's happening as it's happening, and don't um you're not really thinking about emotions. You could say, I mean, if you notice that the child looks sad, you can say that, but don't try to predict what's happening or what's going on or what they're thinking. Just it's like an old TV show that says just the facts, ma'am. You're just dictating what you see. And sometimes it may seem like paint drying.
it's so sunny. You can't even see the plates.
Okay, we're gonna skip ahead a little bit.
Why you must have got baby for that much? But it's breakable, aren't they? They are breakable. You're right.
All right. Also, dictate what is said and kind of do a minute count. You go like it's almost like you're just whatever happens at what time frame, you basically dictate that.
Where is it? Irene ruins chalk. I did know that. Oh, that's a good idea. You hide it from the rain.
All right. Also, is the child's name super important? We're getting right, the boy. You know what? I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of dictating names. You could say you could actually describe what the kid had on. You could say little girl, long blonde hair, silver shiny shoes, something like that. Or I mean, names aren't. You can make up a name. It's not. You can just basically dictate what the child had on. That's you could do that. Let's see. Yeah, you just say child because I mean you don't even really know the ages of the children in the video unless there's information on YouTube about it. But you could say out of you could just say like features on the child that would have them recognize what color clothes they had on, what color their hair was, what shoes. It's not a biggie. Mm. All right, moving on. Cleaning the room. Let's try this one really quick. Now, right offhand, the first one, this one looks to be possibly at a home daycare, but it could be someone's house. Honestly, if there's some of I mean the crate in the back, it could be somebody's house. This one is at a childcare center, so I would say this one would be a bit better. Um, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in this one. I would say this one is in my opinion would be a bit better than the first.
Doing a good job of putting all that in base.
All right, really quick. Hold on, let me look at the comments really quick. Um, how many comments do you recommend us having for the running record? As many comments as you can. If you run out of space, you could have like a supplemental sheet, as a Word document to kind of coincide with the other sheet. Because yeah, the spaces, it's not that much space. But you can have like a supplemental sheet to the side as well. Like I said, 10 minutes at the most would be enough. But if you're using these videos, you can go just by you can kind of skip to like things that are happening that you see. This is like a practice. It does, I mean, you can try to be as accurate as you can, but if you miss something, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you missed this. I just want to get a running it's it's an assessment of like what you see and what you dictate just to give a snapshot of children um um in a childcare center or doing an activity. Good question though. Um so it doesn't have to be like every 30 seconds, but it's just like if what's happening because you're not going to put down like, oh, at 30 seconds kids drawing with chalk. 60 seconds kids still drawing with chalk, you want to detail things that are happening, things that are being said, different aspects of what, just basically what's going on and what you see. All right. Okay.
Now, Alvin, where does that go?
Ooh. Yeah, Miss Kilmer's class, there's a lot more going on than the drawing with chalk, most definitely.
You, Mr. Eager. I might have two if somebody doesn't have one. He's gonna have two. He must know these are very, very poor. Another one, you may have another one. See what you're missing, Gabe?
I'm not the biggest fan of adults talking through the interactions. But just mainly focus on what the kids are doing.
Ollie? So we got here, that's gonna be the parent is paying something. Over there. That's the last thing. Do you remember what it's called? I don't want you to tell him. She may
All right, Mrs. Kilmer's class, and definitely a good first. Sand play.
Sometimes you just the bottom of it. Please, reading mine. I think it's overflowing. People just my face. Got it something like these? There you go. Okay.
Good job fading back.
Okay, put it over to one side, okay? So we got, do you need a chair or do you want to? Yeah. Oh, you were down. Okay.
All right. So two more. Pretend play.
Noah. You're lying. Something. Ooh. Oh, Noah, will you make her a lettuce sandwich?
All right. I was about to be like, oh my gosh, I don't like I said, I don't like it when adults are interacting too much in it. But the good thing about this is that it's open-ended interaction between the adult and the kids, but also there's subtitles at the bottom that'll probably be helpful for you as well.
I'm gonna put a hamburger and I'm gonna walk. You gotta cook it? Okay. It's very hot. Okay. Let me know when it's cool, okay?
Hold on a sec.
Okay. It's very hot. Okay.
All right. How did they get subtitles for what that baby said earlier on? Never mind. That's pretty good.
Is it okay for me to hold it yet? Should I blow on it? Yeah. That was delicious. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, this is a pretty good one too because it's these guys are 2-year-olds and they've got some pretty good speech and good interactive speech. So this one is pretty good.
You have an apple too? Yeah. Wonder how long does it take to cook it? Oh, I know you have to. It's gonna be today? Right on, that's great. Okay.
Oh man. Okay. We'll look at the last one and then we'll go through the assignment. But yeah, these are pretty good. I mean, even the chalk one's not too bad.
All right, we're gonna check her temperature, okay? Check her temperature. You wanna hold her? Go say hold your baby while she's checking. Babies get scared in the doctor's office. Okay, look at the thermometer. Does she have a fever or not? No fever? Okay, so I'll put down no fever. She's okay. And is she still crying? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know what? Where's the tape measure? Let's see how tall it's okay. Are you gonna help me with this? See how tall. Oh, you're gonna give her. You need to ask her if she's feeling well. If you're that the chocolate medicine. So where's she going to get that? What happened, Abra? Tell me what's in there. What? ¿Puede ir afuera ahora o hace muy frío? Or is it too cold?
All right. So would you uh, this one I'm not too big of a fan of because it's too much adult interaction or it's too adult led. Like you're not getting too much from the kids because they're just basically responding. And with her writing stuff down, she's doing data. And so she's kind of taking data on I guess on questions that the child is possibly answering or the actions that she's responding to. So this one, I mean, you could use it. I'm not saying that you can't, but someone asked, you know, which one would I prefer? Like which one I would do? I would do any of the other ones, but this one right here, like for me, for observations, um, unless I'm taking data on the adults interacting, I just want to see kids doing stuff. Like if it's too adult led, if adults are saying too much in it, like you go by the amount of responses from or verbalizations from the child compared to the verbalizations from the adults. Like in some of the other ones, you could hear adults kind of asking questions and interacting a bit, but it's more more responses and more verbalizations from the children. This one has like a lot more adult interaction and verbalizations and prompting and very little verbalizations and independent verbalizations and actions by the children. That's something that you want to look for, especially if you're doing your own independent observations with other videos or going out to a site. Go for the number of verbalizations and actions by the child compared to the verbalizations and prompts meaning directions that are given to the children by the adults. If it's too much of that and not so much child interaction, you're not gonna get that much information. Any questions, comments, or concerns moving forward? All right, let's take a look at the document. Hmm, does anybody want to chime in with any statements or anything so far? We doing good? Um, all right. Thanks for that. All right, let's look at the document. No, mm, I do I want to look at that? I don't want to look at that one. I actually want to look at the blank doc. Do I have it? Oh, that's what it is. It's on the. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Let's go with. All right. The actual assignment. Let's go with that. Mm. So you have the different developmental domains. You have the physical development domain, the primary, the social development domain, the emotional development, creativity. You're basically you're commenting on everything that's happening within those parts. Let's go with this one real quick. Hold on. Record children's first name. Describe only what you observe. Blah, blah. Record only in past tense. Chill. So when you, and this is kind of going from the ages and stages of the children. I think in most of the videos, I think I want to say only one video, it actually tells you what's the age group of the kids. I think that was in Miss the one teacher that had the hand puppet. They just said that those were fours. The first video with the chalk kids, those kids I would say were close to school age, meaning close to kinder or first grade. The second group, oh man, I gotta go back to it. Yeah, the kids in the first group, I want to say they were probably close to like kinder, first grade. Miss Kilmer's class, 4-year-olds. These guys in this class doing the sand play, they were most likely some threes. These guys in this one were definitely twos. There was another one. Where is the other one? Oh, that was Miss Kilmer's class. It was, yeah, the fours. The sand guys were threes. These little guys here that we're talking with the facilitator were twos. And these guys with the prompting adult, they had to be probably some fours. All right. Mm, the only thing I'll say with some of the domains, because when you're thinking of emotional development, I tend to feel like emotional development observation is subjective more so than objective. You can't observe and dictate a child's emotion. So that's something that I always kind of have pushback on when we get to this point, because it's like you can't and I do that with trainings where I'm telling people how to observe behavior and looking how to pinpoint what the causes of behavior are. You can't go by emotion. You can't That's not, you can't quantify that, and it's very subjective. You can't objectively say, oh, you know what, um without going to the basics of anger, happiness, sadness, or pain. Like it's, you can't say, well, it appears that they're this. That gets a little difficult. Mm, creativity. So what you're saying, yeah, I same with creativity, to be honest. Like, you're observing what you see, but creativity, you can't say, they look to be doing something creatively. That's Creativity is not an action. Think of it like that. Think of action words. Like with the sand kids, they're pouring, they're digging, they're actually taking sand and putting it in something else. You can observe and dictate a doing, right? You can't observe and dictate an aspect of creativity or something emotional. Mm, so I think that's about and it's basically taking that time frame, especially right here in the record observation form. You dictate exactly what you see, just like minute by minute, to an extent, and whatever happens, you dictate that that's happening, even if it's kind of repeated. But if it's too redundant, you're just saying, child continues to draw with chalk. But you can say like what they're drawing, what color they're using, to give it a little bit of meat. You're just basically giving the facts. I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to. I don't want to look at that, but I guess we're gonna have to. One last thing before I let you guys go. I don't want to look at the, let's see, because like I said, I always have a problem with uh, Katerina sits next to the teacher and another child. The teacher hands her the book and she stares. I mean, she shares it with another child. Katerina smiles as she shows the other child the page of the book. Callahan, yeah, okay. So I mean, they dictated what Katerina's doing. Mhm. Yeah, see, I got an issue with the creativity domain because it's like I said, that's very subjective. They didn't show a form of creativity, but two boys did. They ran into an area next to Catalina when she was playing with the bin of blocks that's supposed to be. The two boys ran over to a section with grass. One boy used his hands and points at the other. The boy then falls on the ground and acts as if he's hurt. They repeat the same actions, only this time they switch roles. Okay, I guess I'm not too. The good thing is that the observer is actually dictating what they see and how it's kind of described. The boy falls on the ground and acts as if he's hurt. Um, I mean, it's the same way to say that the child falls on the ground and pretends that he's hurt. So I guess I'll allow it. Um, so for the most part, I guess for the sake of the assignment, let me see. Can we answer the emotional one? Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's creativity and emotional is very subjective. For the sake of the assignment, try to put down, I guess, what you think that it would be with that, but just make it descriptive. Don't make it so much. I mean, because even to say that the child fell down acting like he was hurt, just with how the observer set up that scenario, they set it up to the means of like saying that the two boys were doing pretend play and one fell down and acted as if he was hurt. That is kind of within the parameters of being objectively descriptive, if that makes sense. So just take it's almost like take like, all right, is there any means of like creativity? Like let's say for instance with the group that was using the chalk, you in your mind you're kind of like, okay, this isn't too creative, but you could say, well, possibly the one possibly the one student the one child that was interacting with the adult, they possibly there was something that was said that could have been creative. You just dictate what they said for the most part. Yeah, yeah, I do. All right. So yeah, with that, any questions, comments, or concerns? I see somebody that just jumped in. Um, but yeah, any questions or comments or concerns so far with this? But I think we could pretty much wrap up. Like I said, for the most part, you take that spot of time and just dictate what you see, and even within those parameters of those different domains, try to take those domains and kind of use that as taking a snapshot to describe what's happening, but keep it objective, even in the means of emotional and creativity. Think of it as describing verbs or actions that are happening, jumping, throwing, kicking, sitting, talking, that type of aspect. Don't put it in the means of how they feel or how you think they feel, because even with that description of a child doing pretend play and falling down and pretending that they're hurt, that's within the means of describing um the interaction that's happening. All right. Okay, we're about to get to 8 o'clock, so I mean we could wrap up. If you don't have any questions, uh, you are definitely dismissed. I mean, it's not really dismissed anyway. You guys are, it's not mandatory that you're here, so yeah. We'll see you next time. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, I'll hang out for a little bit, but then also you can inbox me. Have a good evening, guys, and we'll see you next time. You
Hi,
are welcome.
hi, Professor. This is
Hi.
Hannah.
Hey.
Okay, I don't know what I did on this last assignment,
Mhm.
but I kind of went with doing the real assignment for this time,
Uh-huh.
and
Are,
it
are
went
Are you talking about the discussion post or the anecdotal assignment?
the discussion post, but I kind of did it as the assignment for this week.
Wait, is that the assignment from wait, that's okay. Wait.
Yeah, I wind up doing the blank template.
Did you turn
And
something in?
yes, I did turn something in and it wind up being on a Word document.
Uh-huh.
I think I got it all mixed up
Did you
because
get
I
graded on it?
it's not graded yet.
Okay. Let me
So
see.
I kind
That's
of
that's not the one from last week where you guys had to make like a document or something?
we had to do practice uh, the running record, and
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I'm thinking of last week's assignment. Sorry.
yeah,
Okay.
we had to practice it, and I kind of did the template
Uh-huh.
and started doing it on there, and then trying to submit it on to uh, the discussion post. So
Hmm.
I kind of got all over with that assignment.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. Um, week. And what chapter was that for?
It was for last week. I won't just if I can get. I can't get onto my other
Yeah, is
stuff.
it chapter five or wait, week?
I think chapter 5.
Oh, okay, I see. Let me see. Do, 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 do.
Tell you.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
Yes, chapter 5.
Okay.
I think I misread or misunderstood the assignment
Uh-huh.
completely.
Mm, mm, mm. Let's see. Anecdote. Did you did you write something? Wait. Okay. Wait, no, you have stuff written on here though.
Did what? Because it went into a Word document and I
Uh-huh.
attached it.
Okay. And it's turned in. Yeah. I was turned in. And did you comment on anybody's?
No, I didn't have a chance because I was trying to
Okay.
fix what I did, thinking I'm like, oh no, I'm
Yeah,
kind of.
I'll give you credit for the anecdotal. I mean, I got to take points off for for the for not replying to anybody's stuff, but other than that, like the practice is on there.
That's what I was like. It said to practice, so I kind of in
Uh-huh.
my mind. okay, I downloaded the template. I
Yeah.
did what I was required.
Yeah.
So,
You'll get credit for that. So the out of 10 points you'll get the 6 for doing it. You just get the 4 points off for not replying to to the post.
okay. And I don't know if it's popping up on your side,
Hmm.
but for some reason, most of my documents are saving as PDF, and I don't know what happened.
Are you using Word?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. So when you do it, do you push what is it? When you're doing the assignment, it's wait a minute, let's look at it. Mm, mm, mm. So the bottom of it, wait, why is it coming up like that? So when you look to turn it in, hold on, view as a student. View as a student is going to say that it's locked. Um, mm, mm. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go to the next assignment.
Yes, I normally do all my assignments and save
Mhm.
it in Word, so
Yeah,
I don't lose it, and I could go back and do what I gotta, like submit it or like
yeah.
copy and.
Okay. So yeah, so at the bottom of it, when when it has the reply, when it has reply on it,
Hmm.
that's what you're pushing, and then from there, oh, I see what you're saying. What you do. So what I would do, I would start the Word document, and then like once you type it out, copy and paste it to the reply. So you're
Okay.
not putting it in as because it has on there that you can do an attachment. And if it's an attachment, I would do it as a but yeah, don't do an attachment. Just paste what you put from your I mean what you entered into your Word file, copy all that and then paste it to the reply. The the rectangle,
Yes.
do that.
Okay. And then why doing the like quoting the lecture videos because I've been
Uh-huh.
quoting Marcus Law.
Yeah, no,
Uh
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Use APA citation. Did you ever were you able to get the book?
I have the book, yes.
Okay, yeah, quote the book. Because yeah, those aren't mine. Those aren't my videos. Those aren't my citations. Like like when you put that down, that's not me. It's not me. What I would do because even if, the slides are from the textbook, so you would put down the textbook.
Okay, for the PowerPoint.
Yeah, yeah, and you should try to find the page that it came from, to put that on. You because it that's a better citation.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, because I know I kind of get mixed up from this
Yeah,
other.
no worries. Like, and because for the most part, I'm if anything, I'll take about a point and a half from it. But I got students that try to um they'll actually title the text properly with with the citation at the bottom, but they have no information. There's no information from the textbook at all. So they just basically feel that they can put the name of the text at the bottom, and I'll read through the post, and it's like all their it's all their voice and everything. There's no text citation. So I'm like, all right, you're kind of I like they end up getting no points for any citation because they're just titling the text and not putting any quote from the text in there. And I put the information on the side in the comment. I just put down, hey, for full points, you must use proper APA citationing with quotes from the textbook, titling the textbook at the footnote of your post, and reply to two classmates' posts for full credit. And it's a broken record, but I do it.
And in the replies, do you have to have it's a one in text citation, or is it two?
No, you don't have for the replies, you don't have to do that. It just has to be in depth. It can't just be, hey, so and so, great post. I like the way that you detailed button. It's like, no, come on. No, actually comment on some aspect of their writing with a follow-up sentence. It's just, I mean, I mean, I'm not fussing at you. I'm just fussing in general. Like you can like I'll see replies that are very detailed and they're giving information, kind of the aspect of starting a discussion. And then I got other students that just puts down, hey, great post. I love the way that you formed what you were saying. Really? No thanks. That's it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I'm trying to really, because I'm trying to keep on it
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
and I'm not a very good sore loser with my grades. So,
Yeah, yeah. And you know what the biggest thing too, I put at the end of all those comments for assistance, contact the writing center. I'm so happy that they've given us that prompt because I've been teaching classes for years and I feel like the first 5 to 6 weeks of a class, I'm being an English teacher. And it's like, that's not, the requirements are supposed to be at a certain point, but the writing center is such an awesome help. You guys have that as a class that's, that through Canvas that you guys can get information from. And then also they'll give you that kind of tech support that you need as well. Because if it's something that you're not understanding or that you're not able to do, they're the perfect help for you. They're so good with it. It's basically what they're there for.
okay, thank you. That this meeting really actually helped a lot with more than just this assignment.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. It's the the difficult part. I would say at one point when I did online classes, I was kind of doing what we were doing during the pandemic, where in an online class I would do weekly Zoom meetings, and then I was told that yeah, you don't really have to do that with it being an online class. You just present the information and um you can be available for Zoom meetings, for office hours, but you don't really have to lecture because that's what the online class is for. They don't have to be there. So I was like, oh, okay, well, fine, So I just did it when it was necessary, and this one was very necessary because I got um more than enough messages saying that, hey, I got a question about this. So, we just did this.
Perfect. And is there a midterm and a final in this class?
No, I don't. No. Mm-mm. Nope.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Professor. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And you have a great evening.
You too. You too. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye bye.
Alrighty. All right. Grace and Tierra, did you guys have any questions before I check out? Mm, No. Going once. Oh, okay. Have a good one. Tierra, any? Oh, okay. All right. We'll see you next time then. Bye.